All right, guys, a lot of the banners for upcoming characters has been released and officially teased. There are a lot of characters coming to this game, and I'm here to tell you and hopefully help you on some characters that I believe are worth saving. Now, you can pull for any character that you want. It all comes down to you. At the end of the day, it is your game. It is your gems. Do what you want to do, but I just kind of want to show you guys some information on the kit that these characters have. Their designs are also really cool, and honestly, what they're capable of doing, because sometimes you want to know what they can do and what you want to save for. Let's jump in. All right, the first one is Jin Yuang, if I'm saying his name right. This character has been getting a lot of promo. His kit is essentially final at this point now, so I don't think there's going to be any more like last minute changes. I don't know if they're going to buff him or not. They could. I know Genshin did that with Ganyu, and I think Al-Haitham, so we don't know. We're gonna have to kind of wait and see if he does get some last minute buff / nerf before he goes live. But as of this point, it does seem final. And here is what he kind of does. So he has follow-up attacks, which is always good. Clara is a follow-up attack demon. So it's always good to see another character who's an AoE god, who is a follow-up. He's also an AoE lightning damage unit that is extremely powerful. He's like Serval on steroids. Lightning is really solid for this game, as there are a lot of enemies that are weak to it, so you really can't go wrong with that. And his numbers, as of this moment, are really high. He has one of the highest AoE damage in the game. So if you like massive AoE damage, you like lightning characters, and you like how his design looks, I definitely recommend pulling for him because he looks cool, he's awesome, and his kit seems solid. He also has good single target for an AoE character, which does mean a lot because most AoE characters in this game do not have much good single target, and this character does. So that's something that you like and value in your account, then I would definitely recommend going for that. With all the AoE characters in the game right now, we have competition like Clara. Clara is one of the strongest characters in the game at the moment, and at the moment, she's the strongest AoE character unrivaled by any in the entire game. As of this point right now, he can't like deal more damage than her, but he's definitely like the next best thing. So if that's what you like, then by all means. Another top tier AoE damage character is Himiko, and he is definitely stronger than Himiko as of this point on. So if you like that and you like AoE damage nukers, then by all means, I do recommend someone for Jin Yuang. He looks cool, and he's probably gonna be a lot of fun. Silver Wolf is also coming to the game, and in beta and probably current, she might be the best character in the game. Yes, I say that with confidence. She might genuinely be the best character in the game. Personally, if you ask me, I think this is the character out of all the characters that I'll mention today that you should definitely save for, as this character feels so unfair. The biggest thing that she can do that makes her so godly overpowered is the fact that she can change any enemy's weakness to whatever you are strong against. So a good example is, say you're playing Dan Heng, and Dan Heng is a wind DPS character. If the enemy is weak to quantum, she will change that weakness to your Dan Heng. So your Dan Heng is now strong against it, as wind is now the weakness of the enemy. That is absolutely insane. Weaknesses are big in this game because you might not have every single character attribute type that is strong against the enemy. Silver Wolf can change that to where the enemy is now weak to you. I think this ability is absolutely bonkers and is probably going to change this game. Now, there is some things in the game where they have freeze resistance, so I don't know if they're also going to do that to Silver Wolf's ability of changing the weakness. I don't know if they're going to start making enemies just completely ignore that. That would be insane if so. I imagine they might do that in Memory Hall or Memory of Chaos. They might. I'm unsure, but we'll just have to wait and see. She also has massive debuffs as well too. She can reduce the attack, defense, or speed, and it's called a bug because she's a hacker. It's one of her talents. So she has a random 60% chance to decrease any of the 3 stats, being attack, defense, or speed, for 3 turns. And it's random, by the way. So if you love Gamba, you love RNG, she's your girl. Luosha, we've actually gotten the chance to play within the game as we use them in a trial with Dan Heng. Luosha is going to be the 3rd healer in the game. This is big because Memory of Chaos really comes conveniently helpful when you have more than one healer. So us Natasha gang, we love her. We're loving Natasha. But man, it'd be nice to have Bailu too, and hopefully Luosha, because it would make the game just a little bit easier. I'm not gonna lie to you, as having another healer is always good, but he's a 3rd healer, and the nice thing about him is he's not just a healer. My problems with Bailu is that she is literally just a healer. Luosha does more than just that. He is a damage-based healer, so he does solid damage. He has really unique heals as well too. Is his heals, I might butcher this, it works very unique to the point where he throws down these petals and it heals your ally. So it's extremely convenient. So you want to have like I guess your hyper carry is next to him, something like that. I feel like that would have to be the case. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe even next to your tank, so you can just kind of keep your entire team from taking less damage. But there's going to be a lot of specific team comps coming with Luosha because his heals are very unique. He's an offensive healer as well, too. So imagine Zenyatta from Overwatch, where he does damage and also heals. That's a good example here. His ult is also AoE as well, too, and he's of the imaginary-based class. That's going to be massive and probably a big reason he might be played a lot, as imaginary is absolutely insane, and not many characters have it. As of this point right now, when I'm making this video, there's only one imaginary character being Welt. There are a few enemies in this game that are weak to imaginary and not many have them. So Welt fans are prospering, and for all of us peasants, we are not. So definitely worth pulling Luosha if the game requires you to need more imaginary based characters. We'll see, but overall he's a third healer, so you are very likely to pull for this character as he is a third healer. There's not many healers in the entire game. So that's going to be big. He's imaginary based as well, too. He looks stupid cool. He has a coffin that brings out thorns. So there's a million reasons why to pull for him, but I mean, to each your own. Now, Kafka is probably going to be the character you're all going to agree with me that everyone and their mother in this video is going to pull for this character. The marketing behind her is absolutely genius. It's like some top tier marketing that when Genshin did for Hu Tao and Ganyu, and everybody wanted them. I feel like that's what Kafka is. The marketing is absolutely borked. She's a hottie. She's a mommy. She is bad as hell. Everything about her is mysterious and cool. When she jumps off the cliff and Blade picks her up, dude, I want this character. So Kafka is of the lightning element based class. That's big, as there's a lot of enemies in this game that are weak to lightning. So overall, she cannot be bad. She just simply cannot. She's a much better Herta, as she is AoE lightning damage, and she enables DOT teams. So a good example of that is characters do damage over time, like Sampo, Serval, Herta. Listen, I know it's crazy that I'm mentioning Herta, but I have to, right? I feel like many people don't mention her. If you are a big Herta fan, she enables Herta team comp. So if you want to run Herta, then Kafka's your girl. She's your girl, okay? If you're a Herta fan, shout out to 3 Herta fans. She's gonna be your girl. But like I said again, there's a lot of enemies that are weak to lightning damage, and Kafka is a lightning AoE based damage character. She's gonna be enabling DOT, and she has DOT within herself as well too. I mean, she pulls out 2 Glock Uzis and goes crazy. I thought there's a million reasons why that we should pull this character. She's baddie. She's extremely powerful. There's gonna be a lot of reasons why too, and if you feel the need to pull for her, by all means pull for her. Overall, guys, at the end of the day, you do need to be close to pity in order to pull these characters, or you could just be lucky. So I do recommend, if you liked any of the characters that I mentioned, to definitely save at this point. There's going to be a lot of events coming in this game from now up until Kafka. Kafka's probably going to be 1.2 from what I'm thinking, because 1.1 is rolling out to be Silverwolf and Luosha. Now, Blade is going to be a character, me personally, is my top 2 that I want to pull out of all the characters that I mentioned. He is a wind DPS character that is big, because we really only have 3 wind characters in the game. Blade is a DPS wind character that's big, because there's not many wind DPS characters in the game, and I feel like because he's going to be the first 5-star wind DPS character, he should at minimum be better than Danaheng. That's just my own little headcanon here. He's a self-sacrifice HP-based damage character. A big difference though with Blade versus Arlon is Arlon wants to stay low HP to deal more damage. Blade is exchanging health to increase his attack stat. So that's kind of like the difference there between the two. So that's why I say kind of picture Arlon but good, because Arlon got gutted into the ground. Blade is chopping off his health bar to get an attack buff. So that's going to be really good, and I think this character is going to be loving a lot of tank characters like Japard and Fire MC, because they make this character tankier. When he's chopping his HP, he can stay in the battlefield a lot longer. But that's kind of the best way to look at him. He chops his own HP to get an attack increase, which is massive. It's big as well too, because he has self-healing, so if he can constantly keep chopping his HP to increase his attack, stack that on with self-healing as well too, so you chop off, let's say 20%, he can self-heal, chop off that 20% again. So if you go from 100 to 80, boom, to get an attack buff, then you self-heal and you're back to 100, chop it off again. It's gonna be nuts. It's gonna be nuts. This character looks insane, and it's definitely gonna be one that I definitely want to bring home into my account. Plus, he looks so cool. Now, at the end of the day, guys, the most challenging content in this game is Memory of Chaos, and a lot of these characters, once we receive more information on them, should definitely be solid for a place in the game. But at minimum, they all should have a place in the game. I do think out of all the ones that I mentioned, Silverwolf looks to be the most strongest. That character looks actually dumb, and she's quantum. So I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see for final numbers, final builds, if they want to nerf or buff some of these characters before they go live. They did do that with Sealy and Branya. So so we don't know what they're gonna do. We're just gonna have to kind of wait and see. I think out of all the ones that I mentioned, Jin Yuang is the only character that's final at the moment. It's definitely worth saving for any character that you want at the end of the day, as it is your account, your money, your card, and your gems. So you don't need to listen to me, and you can kind of just do whatever you want. I just felt like sharing some information here on upcoming characters, kind of a little idea on what they do, and if you believe if they're worth it or not. I am a big believer on anybody should pull and play whatever they want, because some characters are just really cool. There are Hurt the fans out there for a reason. If this video helped you out a lot, make sure to leave a like, guys. Subscribe. Let me know down below who you can be pulling for, and thank you so much for watching.